Uh, I'll start with giving my gratitude and thanks to Victor and CTA for giving me this opportunity to be in front of all of you and share some perspective on the India tax environment and the latest update from there. And of course, as a part of an agenda, the way we have kept this, a few of the very important things, of course, certain apex court rulings wherein they have evaluated the taxability of the transfer of the India company shares, and that's very much important for any M&A activities which are happening in India. Typically, in the M&A scenarios, we see that the companies would give the indemnities, etc., and therefore we have also kept a topic on the tax insurance, which is picking up very well in the Indian market. And then we will touch upon certain very high level, few interesting structures to be undertaken, or perhaps evaluating those structures for undertaking any transactions in India. And before I touch upon all these aspects, let me just give you a very bird eye view in terms of what is the India tax looks like for a foreign investors. So to start with, we have a very old tax system starting from 1961, and that means almost 60 years that code has been applicable in India. Interestingly, right from 1st April 2026, the government has come up with a new income tax code, and we call it as the Income Tax Act 2025, in comparison to the earlier version of 1961. Now, what has changed in terms of this code? In substance, while the law remains the same, but the intent of the government was to always simplify the law, taking out the legal jargons, making it a simple English reading for foreign investors, quite easy for foreign investors to comply with the Indian law. And that had been an ask by the foreign investors for a long. And therefore, this exercise has been done by the Indian government, and finally we have the new code in place. And to make you understand this, the new code is almost half in size of the old code. So you can understand what has gone out and how simplified the Indian code has become. So that said, just to take you through what it looks like for a foreign investors is that any income which is being earned from India, in order to be taxed in the hands of the foreign players or foreign investors, or for that matter, foreign companies, can be specifically categorized into two baskets. The first one is, of course, the on the right side of the structure, which is source-based income. And when I say source-based income, any income in the nature of a royalty, fee for technical services, dividend, or for that matter, interest, if that is being received by the foreign companies from India, that means the payers are India, that is going to get taxed on the origin basis because the payers are from India. So that's a source-based taxation. Any other income apart from these four categories of source-based income will be only taxable in India in the hands of a foreign company if they have a taxable presence. And we all know what does the taxable presence means in the international tax treaty context, which is a permanent establishment. So if a foreign company have a PE or a business presence in India, then the income which is other than the sourced income may be taxed in their hand. Otherwise, by and large, those income will not be taxable. Having said that, while this is the large construct of the Indian domestic tax law in terms of the taxability, the foreign players will still continue to be protected by tax treaty. So if there is anything advantageous provided in the tax treaty, you can still continue to avail those provisions. So just to give an example, the Indian tax code provides for a gross-based taxation for royalty, FTS, interest, dividend at the rate of 20% in the hands of the foreign companies. But then we have the tax treaties which perhaps provide for a lower tax rate.